What's up, everybody? On the episode tonight, we are talking about Season 2, Episode 2
The Deuces.
of Black Mirror. That's right, we're talking about White Bear. I'm Jeremy Miller.
Cassidy Doetti.
And Michael Harness.
And this is Flicks and Six. All right, everybody. As we said up top, tonight we are talking about Season 2, Episode 2 of Black Mirror. That's right. It's White Bear.
My favorite.
Is it your favorite?
It is. It still is.
This is her favorite.
Oh, my God. Okay, so who's starting it off with the minute take?
I will. Do you have your...
Cass?
Oh, you
Yep.
already have it out?
I'm good.
All right.
Okay, cool.
You ready?
And yeah, count her down, Mike.
3, 2, 1, go.
All right. So like I already said, this is my favorite. And this is the first episode that I ever seen of Black Mirror. And I was really nervous watching it again because I didn't know if it would hold true. But the thing I love about this episode and the reason why I give it an A is A+. It is definitely my favorite. But it's because if you are watching it consistently from like season 1, episode 1 up until now, there's nothing else out there like this episode in regards to the fucked up feeling that it gives you. If you're bouncing around, same goes, you know? So it's a really interesting episode. It brings up a lot of those, you know, hardcore Black Mirror questions that get you fucked in the heart and in the mind, but also, does it really? But my favorite, and I like how it ties everything together, and it's a good episode. And so definitly go watch this.
Boom.
Boom.
5 seconds
Okay,
left.
so your letter grade is...
A+. It
A-
is my favorite, and it's still...
I get that.
Yeah.
A+. All
right,
right,
cool.
Michael, you want to go next? Let's
Yeah.
just go in order here.
All right, cool. Hard A, for sure. This was my underdog episode for season 2 because I did not remember a lot about this episode. I just didn't. For some reason, I thought this was the one with the roaches. I don't know why. And the military people, but I was pleasantly surprised with how gut-wrenching and heart-wrenching this episode was to watch again. I literally don't think I've seen... This is probably the second time I've seen this episode, like, ever in my entire life.
Oh, shit.
It was just one of those, like, unmemorable episodes when I originally watched it. I don't know why. Maybe I was tired, but there's a lot of fucked up things, and it's a fucked up way... It's a fucked up judicial system that I could foresee, and it's kind of been done in the past in like history.
Yep.
So I want to talk about that a little bit more, but yeah, hard A for sure. Oh, perfect.
Wow,
Perfect
dude.
timing.
How much left?
I literally stopped it at
Yeah.
0.
Oh,
it was
wow.
1 minute on the dot.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
You
Well,
ready?
fire me up. I'm ready.
All right, 3, 2, 1, go.
Okay. Check this out, you guys. I'm gonna give it a B+. A B+, because I don't feel that it is a perfect episode, but I think it's really, really fucking good. Okay, so I love the question of this episode. You know, would you, wouldn't you, in Black Mirror tradition is really thick, which we're gonna get to.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah. I'm excited.
But I love the acting. The acting really stands out to me in this one. I think it's a really cool story. And what I love about this episode is that it doesn't get like really fucked until the last 5 minutes.
Oh, yeah.
And when you understand what's at play, you're like, oh, God, that's what's
yeah.
going on. Fuck.
Even the credits.
Yeah.
Ooh, it's brutal,
Yeah.
right? So great acting, sick story. Not a lot of tech, but, you know, I like certain elements with the phones, which we'll get to. Overall, good Black Mirror feel, but it's not one that I could just rewatch on its own.
Sure,
B+.
yeah.
B+. So that is our initial take. Okay, so we're going to dive into the characters, the story, everything like that, especially the question, the unsung hero, all that stuff coming right up.
Woo!
Hey.
Is it commercial right now?
Yeah, so that's a little pause.
I like this so much.
But we're done with video, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I think...
Did you tell them we're going to dive in? Sorry, I zoned
no.
out the last minute and was just smiling at the camera.
yeah, that's something I got to like figure out. Is
Be
how,
like, hey.
Because I hate like having to... Because when I do the video, I say everything for video, but I have to cut that out of the audio.
Yeah.
I want to find a way to do both at the same time, but I haven't found it yet. And I'll figure it out. Not right now. because I want to riff on this movie. On this show.
It's so good. I was gonna correct you, but I was like, I don't want to be an asshole because it's totally fine.
I'm spazzed out.
Oh,
All right, you guys
God.
ready?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
All right.
video's done.
Video's done. I might if something gets exciting, I'm gonna hit record.
You should.
Yeah.
And get some little clippets.
And that's what I like about this. Yeah. The other cool thing is that we could totally stream live from this, which we're gonna get into.
That's so rad.
Yeah.
So
we're gonna start live streaming.
if I do want to vape at any point, and I'll make sure that it's not on me, but does that affect anything?
It's not the blow. It's not the exhale. It's the inhale.
It's like the noise.
Yeah. So
I
here's the
have
other
to-
move, Cass. You ready? Yep.
Anyways, I haven't vaped. I lost my vape. This is Braze. I think I'm just gonna quit vaping altogether.
You should.
I haven't vaped in like 6 days, but I had a headache and I thought it was nicotine. And no, I still have a headache. I think it's just
Not
being
nicotine.
overtired.
Yep.
And that's why I'm so spastic.
It's travel.
Is yeah.
For sure.
It's,
All right.
You know what time for me? I don't even have a watch. What
Well,
time
let's
is it?
dive in, okay?
Okay.
All right. In 3, 2, 1. All right, everybody. So we gave it our letter grades. We talked about our initial take. Let's dive into the meat of White Bear.
White Bear.
All right. So it is tradition to start with characters. So that's
Yeah.
where we're going to start.
Oh yeah.
Not a whole lot of characters here.
No.
We've got
you
like
know.
4 main characters, really.
Yeah.
Not
for me,
even.
it was more of the characters are more of an idea, I guess
Yeah.
you could say, than
Yeah.
like having a actual character place. Besides the main character, I'm not really. Her name is Victoria.
Yep.
Victoria.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you don't really know her name
Till
though.
the end.
Can we
She
time
doesn't
out
know.
actually?
Yeah.
Can I restart our segment?
Yeah.
Okay, because I want to try it again with some like personal flair.
Okay, let's go all
Personal
out.
flair.
Yeah, like just I want to make it like I want to
I
be more
mean-
personal with our audience.
Yeah, I like that.
Just follow my lead.
okay.
And 3, 2, 1. All right, you guys. So we're about to dive into the meat of White Bear.
White Bear.
All right. We say it like that because Cassidy is, of course, from
Bostonian.
Boston.
Boston. So we call it White Bear. But Cass, you're coming back from vacation. We took a little bit of time off in the studio. As you can see, we did a lot of work.
Yeah, I came back and it's freaking OG in here right
Oh, yeah,
now.
we
got
decked
the
it out.
couches and we're
whole new
super
studio.
legit.
Yeah, so if you guys are strictly our podcast fans, I recommend venturing into the realm of YouTube so you guys can check out the new space we're rocking. It's pretty fucking legit.
It is.
Yeah.
It's comfy.
Yeah, it's nice not being uncomfortable at a table.
Yeah,
I
we
don't
were
have to
sitting
worry
at a
about my
table.
posture. That
Yeah.
is the worst.
We're chilling on motherfucking couches now, you guys.
Chilling.
We made it. But that being said, let's get into this episode of Black Mirror. We'll start with the characters, but I think it's important to kind of refresh our audience on the synopsis. So I'll just give a brief little synopsis here. This is courtesy of the Internet Movie Database. And what they have to say is this. Victoria wakes up and cannot remember anything about her life. Everyone she encounters refuses to communicate with her, and they all seem to know something she doesn't. But what? Right? So Victoria did something really bad, and it turns out that she's being punished every day through this reenactment. And
Theme
that's
park.
this episode. And it's fucked
crazy.
up.
Yeah.
It's like
fucked up.
universal for murderers.
Yeah, dude.
Literally.
Oh, God.
It's insane.
It's insane. So let's talk about characters.
Yes.
Okay. We don't have a lot of characters in this
No.
episode. We've got our main character, Victoria.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. And then we've got, the guy who's kind of running the whole theatrical.
He's in a lot of stuff too.
Yeah.
I never know his name.
And you don't know.
It's Michael Smiley, believe it or not.
Smiley.
Smiley.
Yeah. That's kind of nice, right?
And
He
what's
always
the?
he always plays like the authoritarian bad guy.
Oh, dude. He was in The Lobster for a minute.
Yeah.
Oh my god!
I forgot about that.
movie.
Love that movie.
I love that movie.
So good.
Dude.
Ooh, stick around. We might have to do that one,
Oh
you
my
guys.
god!
down.
I watched it
We should
with
do
you.
a whole
You were like,
A24
Oh, that's a
thing.
good idea.
Just all A24 films.
Yeah.
Because we still have to do Midsummer.
Yes. Okay, good
Killing-
idea, Michael.
Killing of a Sacred
Nice.
Deer.
We'll make a note
Yeah.
of that. Okay, so we've got Victoria. We've got this guy, Baxter, who's like Michael Smiley. and he's like the guy orchestrating the show, quote unquote.
Yeah, it's a production.
And then we've got like the actress.
Is it Jan or it was something like that?
Jem.
That was the
Girl that kind of was steering her in the right.
Yeah, she was like
direction.
acting like her buddy,
Right.
but she was not.
I don't
her
know
buddy.
you, but come along on this crazy
was
journey
like
of
a-
mine pre-planned that you have no idea about.
But I think you nailed it on the head. The acting was absolutely fantastic.
Yeah.
You know, it sold every aspect of it from start to finish. And
Yeah,
it's so fucked up.
it is. It's heavy.
Yeah.
I lost it.
Oh, you lost your thought?
Yeah, it's gone. But anyways,
Yeah, no, I love the acting, and what I love like in movies and TV is when actors are portraying actors. Like that's always a really fun thing.
Yeah.
Where it's
Yeah.
like, you know, they're like, especially watching this episode a second time, you're watching all of this knowing that they're all actors and that they're acting, and you're like, damn, they're really selling it.
Yeah.
And they're selling that they're selling it, which I think is cool.
No, that is cool. It's like Inception and, you know,
Yeah.
its own TV show.
Like, how many dreams are we in right now? And
I
when's
like
Leo
that.
going to show up? You know
yeah,
what
no,
I mean?
it is a
Leo?
cool aspect.
Leonardo DiCaprio, man. He's trying to hack our dreams.
Please tell me you've seen
Oh,
Inception.
you haven't seen
I've never
Inception?
seen
Michael
Inception.
Michael
Harness.
Harness, dude.
I know.
Are you fired from the show?
I feel like you don't like movies
Finish that
with
sentence.
Oh, boy, here we
Leonardo
go.
DiCaprio, all my
don't mind-
Boston boys. You haven't.
I don't
what
mind
other
Leo.
movie? You didn't see The Town either.
No.
You haven't seen The Town?
No, because
No.
we always have this fight where like Boston movies are like where like Mark Wahlberg.
I like that one with Johnny Depp. Or was that Johnny Depp? When he plays
Black Mass?
Yeah, I love that movie.
That's a good movie.
That was
Yeah,
great
it's all
movie.
right. I expected more, but
All right. Well,
Stayed true to character, but I'll
Yeah.
just let that be.
all right.
Grew up in that.
it was
era,
great.
but-
Yeah.
I mean, in regards to characters to this episode, though, it's like you. It's literally just her.
Yeah, it's her.
Because
It is.
everything else is you find out within like the last 10 minutes of like that they're all
It's
actors.
the big reveal.
Yeah.
And you don't know. You're not invested in them because you already know something's kind of up throughout the whole episode. Like,
Right.
this isn't right.
Right.
Like, there's no way that everyone is like mind warped except these certain few people. Like, yeah, that'd be like a cool concept, but you just get that feeling where it's like, this isn't.
Really? The first time I watched it,
You
I
believed it?
believed every.
Really?
That's why I think one, it was
No.
my first Black Mirror, and secondly, like I love the twist at the end, and this had me so good where I was like, okay, there's going to be a reveal where things will get tied together, but it just like took a 180 turn
Really?
with like the.
That's
I
funny.
was believing every aspect of it.
I don't think I did.
I thought they were trying to like tell me something about like, yeah, the video and like this is what people just love filming things now, and like this is what the world turns into.
Yeah, the first time I saw it, I believed it, but I was also like, what the hell is really going on?
You're waiting for that like
I was
string to pull
questioning
everything
it the whole
Yeah,
together.
time. Like,
I-
I don't think this is real. There's no way. Like,
Yeah, like,
I
what's-
wasn't fully invested in the story of like mind control.
No, and I'll tell you what, like the first time through, and we can just kind of segue into story. I
Yeah,
think,
there's not
but
much.
this is a episode of story. You
Yeah,
know,
I
it's
mean,
not
this-
meant to have character development or
No.
anything like that.
No, and I think you know, it's important for the audience to know if you have not seen this episode. I don't know why you're listening to this podcast,
It's
but either
spoiled,
way,
but
it's only 42 minutes long.
Yeah.
It's very short.
It's fucking short.
Yeah.
But I think the first time I was like, okay, something's up. This is kind of fucking whack. And I'll tell you right now, when they ended up in the woods with that guy, I was like, oh my God, this is going to Rapeville, dude.
I was gonna say that.
Yeah.
I 100% when I watched that episode, I thought that drill was going in a place that it did not belong.
Beehole.
Shit.
What?
Or B-hole.
Oh, I thought you said knee hole. I was like,
Knee
no, Michael.
hole.
I was like, no, Michael. I'm thinking
I
a little
think
worse.
that was honestly the point in the episode where I was like, okay, she's in on it because he only blindfolded what's Victoria and not the other girl.
Right.
Like, why wouldn't you blindfold both of them if the other girl wasn't in on it?
See,
Oh,
you
that's a
guys-
good point.
You know-
never
I
thought
see
about
that now.
These are like my
watching
small
it.
little things where gripes.
Grapes.
Gripes.
That it's like one of them. It's like it's not even really a gripe. It's kind of like a giveaway for me. It's like, well, what the fuck? If like they weren't working together, she would be blindfolded too.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, and I think like what's cool about the story is that they don't give you anything of the story until the very, very end.
Yeah.
Right.
Right. So for like 25, no,
Longer
for like
than that.
35
Probably only the
minutes,
last 5 minutes is
you're
from
like,
the other perspective.
yeah, you're like, what the fuck is going on here
Right.
for real? And then when you figure it out, you figure out that this girl Victoria and her boyfriend like kidnapped and killed a kid, and they're like putting her through this simulation like every day. That's like
It's
Did they
insane.
when they revealed to her like what she had actually done? Did they say when it took place?
numb.
It looked from
I really wish it
based
did.
off the calendar is what I'm kind of going
It
off
only
of.
said October.
What?
It only was in the month of October.
Yeah,
though.
but from what it sounds like is like
I want to know how long it's been going on.
that. Yeah,
Yeah, we don't-
I feel like that's why they threw in the calendar where it's like it's just going day after day for the.
Oh, for
entire
sure,
month.
because he's
Yeah.
like another day down. You know,
Ugh.
X on the 18th.
You know what?
But I wish it like threw like a little like snippet of like the
date
day
or something.
Yeah, dude.
Like even if it was like February, you're like, oh fuck, she's
Yeah.
been living through this for over 6 months.
Yeah, I wonder like how long do you guys think they're gonna do this? Probably until her mind gives out.
Yeah,
'cause
you
here's
got to
the
go
idea
catatonic at some
is
point.
like, which I think I maybe forgot about or wasn't really thinking too much about. Like this judicial theme park is very hard to say. I
I
give you that.
know.
Is strictly for White Bear. So it's strictly her. I think the first time I watched this, I thought this like cycled through and was like a part of numerous people or like this was a common
I thought that
thing.
too, Cass.
But now,
It's
like I
for
see it again,
her.
it's like strictly for her, White Bear. Also, you know, something I want to mention is I love this episode too because it was like kind of a horror movie too while
Yeah.
you're watching it. I
Yeah.
love thriller horror movies, you know, and it was like clippets of it where she would then get safe and then it was back to like this new idea of like who's chasing her and they kept changing it.
Yeah, I like that too, and I like the chase element because it doesn't give you any time
Yeah.
to like figure
Really,
out what's really
unfold
going on.
what you're watching.
Yeah,
I know.
exactly.
There's no gaps.
No.
It's just like, boop,
Yep.
and we're off.
Yep.
Oh my God, those hanging people.
Oh yeah.
Watching it
people.
again, I was just like, oh, those people. Like, I remembered that aspect. There was a lot of bits and pieces that I didn't remember.
Yeah.
But I remember seeing them on the cross and being like, those people are just watching her.
Yeah, dude. Like people are pretending to be crucified. That's
I
like
forgot
kind of
about that.
intense.
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
I forgot
like-
those were real people. I was like, oh yeah, the dummies in the trees. And then at the end, I'm like, oh fuck, they're real.
Yeah,
Yeah.
fuck.
They're just like,
getting
another
up
day
there.
at work.
Yeah.
Let me hang up
Yeah.
in this tree.
So I got questions.
Okay, let's.
Okay.
Okay. Now, do we have any other story?
I think
It's
that's
kind of hard to
all-
like riff on this because it's so short.
It's so short, but I think
I think
know,
what we riff on more is the questions.
Yeah, no, this is definitely one of those questions because I think you can see it from many
I mean,
different
the
angles.
story in a nutshell is girl reliving a punishment because her fiance at the time died. He hung himself. So she's receiving like all the, punishment for both of them for kidnapping and burning this little fucking girl.
Well, I liked what they said at the
That's it.
end.
That's it.
That's the story. Like she's
And people
just
get to
reliving
watch
this
and
nightmare.
film and
But I
have
feel
fun.
like
and-
they really did a good job tying
yeah.
it together at the end
For
with
sure.
like why they have the people filming, what the like judge said about her, where it was like you're not innocent, you were, evil person watching,
Yeah.
and how kind of like how do you like this, feeling?
Well, and not only was she watching, she was filming.
Yeah,
on
yeah,
her
yeah.
phone. That's so much worse.
Yeah.
Because
I mean, you hear of people being coerced
I
by
know.
their, partners in crime. Like he made me do it, or she made me, film and do this, and whatever. And it's like,
I was in a
how
trance or
far
something
can
like
you
that.
go with that? Like, yeah, there's like, Stockholm syndrome, where like people like fall in love and like feel like they owe something to their
Well, it's
captor
more like,
and like whatever.
abduction than falling in love.
Right, but they were already together. They were, engaged.
Yeah, and you can't like.
You
You
can't.
can't justify that
You
in
can't
any
plead
way.
that. Like you
and-
said yes to marrying this person. There's no insanity. There's no nothing. It's like you willingly and knowingly videotaped your fiance, like who knows doing what to this girl, and then like after she's dead, burning her body like in the
and
woods.
they abducted her for like a long period of time, and as much as I hate like the aspect of like it's pretty much they're killing a child, an innocent child,
Right.
Yeah.
but I think it really like drives in those like questions of like it's such one of those crimes that I think, you know, a lot of people are on the same page about.
Yeah.
They abducted this girl, and she's like filming her playing with this white teddy bear, and it's been going on for a long time. They say like they were like completely looking for her for a while, it sounded like.
Right. So
Questions.
here's my question. Okay.
Is this the question or
I have a few.
question?
I have a few
Okay.
questions.
All
Okay.
right, I'm ready.
But let me ask you guys this.
Yeah.
Is what happened to her justice?
For her
God,
crimes.
yes, no.
Okay.
I think that's why I think, you know, the crime that they chose was really what was needed for me to say justified.
Right, because if it was something less than this, you'd
I'd
be
be
like,
like-
God, this is fucked up.
It had to be fucked up.
But the crime is fucked up.
So you're asking, did the punishment fit the crime?
Exactly.
Yeah.
You think so?
Yeah.
And okay,
Why
so
not?
let me frame it like this. How long is the punishment justice? Like how many
That's my
days do
stance.
they do this to make the punishment fit the crime?
One day. I feel like I really do believe that. Because here's the thing is their point that they were trying to make was revealed at the end to her as well. Because she doesn't remember any of this. And the point of why they were doing this, having people film, and like how she didn't remember this. So she's learning about how shitty of a person and how evil she is. One day, then throw her in jail. If she won't, you know, because their big point was like her fiance got off easy by killing himself. You know, one day I think it's torture enough, you know, and she has to then live with knowing that about herself and experiencing all of that and remembering that she experienced all of that.
Dang.
I feel like it should be the equal amount of time that the girl was kidnapped for.
Ooh,
that's a good one.
See, I agree. I think one day is too soft.
That's too soft. I mean, yeah, it's fucked up, but like I don't want her, like, if she showed signs of like catatonic behavior and like just like completely mental shutdown, that's the draw. It's done, you know, like there's no going back. There's no show, you
Right.
know, but again, I wish I knew how long that they had the girl before they killed her, because if it's like 6 months, okay. If it's like 2 years,
Yeah.
that's a long time.
I agree. I agree with Mike. Like, I think because here,
brain
okay,
can only
let me
handle
let
so
me kind of
much.
segue to the second question I had because I think they're kind of interrelated.
Sure.
Okay. So I personally love justice like this because, you know, for people that like if you rape somebody, right? Like you get off so easy, dude. You know what I mean? Like I feel like if you rape another human being, right? Your punishment should be so just short of death, right? Like just short, like castration. I'm a huge fan of, right?
Jesus, fuck.
You rape a woman, dude, you lose your privileges
That's-
for the rest of your
Well, I
life,
think
man.
it'll make people think twice.
Yeah, because it's like, dude, if I fucking kill somebody with my car, you think I'm gonna drive again? No, fucking dude, castration. I'm all for that, like heavy punishment, right? But with this, it's kind of like I gotta side with Mike that I think there is such a thing as too long.
Oh, yeah.
But there's also too short, right? So
Can I throw one thing
Yeah,
out
throw in a
there?
caveat,
Just
Cass.
because I view it from a little bit of a different angle.
hit me.
They're erasing her memory. Like, yes, they are torturing her, but they are erasing her memory. So what point is really being learned of like castration? You're gonna remember that shit.
That's a good point.
You
She
know
gets
what
flashbacks.
is? Yeah, you get flashback, but she's in the same cycle. You know,
Right.
so she's having to relearn the punishment that she does every day. So it seems punishment from our standpoint, but her
But not
memory
hers.
is being erased, and
Yeah.
there's not really this end game.
That's
you
an
know?
interesting point, Cass. So really, like when you break it down like that, she is not being punished. her body is.
Yeah.
Right? Like, because if she doesn't know why this is happening and she doesn't remember why it's happening, even when they explain it to her, you're like, it's like, if somebody has like severe memory loss, right? And you're like, dude, I'm your husband. That's not going to automatically make that woman be like, oh yeah, that's right, I love you.
Yeah.
Right. And so if you're like, you killed a kid, that's not going to all of a sudden make that person feel that remorse.
Yeah.
Right. So I feel like if there was a way to have like temporary memory loss where like she wakes up and for 20 minutes doesn't remember, and then at that 20-minute mark remembers everything, and then she experiences that like the Pope mobile and the throwing the sponge.
Because I felt like that was like really the most agonizing moment for her, you know,
dude.
and learning all these things. But at that point, it like settled in where she like accepted that was the fact. Her head was held down, and she's just like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah, but it's not enough for her to be like, "Damn, I shouldn't have done that." It's like this
But that's
person
why
that I used
you
to
let
be.
it seep, you know,
Yeah,
like she
like-
has to sit there and now know everything that she's done, and
Right.
then have that experience that like, and she gets the flashback because that was a traumatic experience in itself.
Yeah, and I think like what a cool punishment might be is like if whatever you do gets done to you, right? So like a bunch of people
Jesus.
like kidnap her and like drag her around everywhere, but you get everybody else in on it.
Yeah.
Right? Like everybody's in on it, so they're filming and all this shit. And she's like, "Please let me go. I feel bad. I'm sorry." And it's like, "No, motherfucker, we're not to the woods yet. And when we
Yeah.
get to the woods, we're gonna burn you alive in a sleeping bag."
Yeah.
Some
I think-
shit like that could be.
I agree with that because I feel like people learn the most when they experience what they did to someone else.
I don't know how the
Makes sense.
fuck they came up with this.
Yeah, I know,
Who the
right?
fuck knows?
Not like the episode, but like this scenario.
Yeah, right. Like
I mean, I
want-
get the whole thing with like the I think literally like the symbol on the TV is like a memory trigger because that's
Yeah.
like her
It's
fiance's
supposed to be.
tattoo.
Yeah,
You know, and
exactly.
it's like
Planned.
boom, boom, boom.
the white bear.
I always thought it was
White
literally a
bear.
middle finger for the longest time.
Oh my god! Now I'm never gonna be able to unsee that.
Really? I
Yeah.
just
See, I see a
always
tuning
thought it was
fork.
like flipping
That's
her
all I see.
off.
Yeah.
But
The entire episode, the first time I watched it.
Oh
yeah,
my
there's
God.
little cues where it's like that's when she's like, "Ah, my head," and it's
Yeah.
like flashback, flashback, flashback. But even then, like she doesn't know.
And I wonder if the flashbacks are gradually becoming less and less. Like maybe the first month they did it, those flashbacks, she remembered everything, or like remembered enough to where she's like, "Fuck, I fucked up."
See, I would feel like you would remember more as like the time goes on because
It's less triggering.
Yeah.
well, yeah, sure. But in my mind, I'm like, your brain comes up with ways to like, okay, that's about to happen again, and they're gonna
Yeah.
like wipe it, and then it's like maybe it like saves things in like a defense mechanism kind of way, and then maybe she's coming to like less like groggy, more lucid. Like she knows what's going on, but she doesn't really know. I don't know. Brains are weird, man.
Yeah, dude.
It could be one way or the other. You could remember less, you could remember more. Things could be more triggering. Eventually, I think your mind, I mean, it's a muscle. Like eventually it's going to give out because it's shocking her.
Yeah, I think like at one point she just turns into a potato.
Oh, she's a vegetable.
She's
Yeah.
totally like
She's
Eleven's
selling-
mom.
Yeah.
Just like
Oh.
repeating
shit.
things, like
Yeah.
white bear
Yeah.
symbol, cell phone.
Letting her kids
You
like
know.
sell her
Stop
TV.
watching.
Right.
Yeah.
She's going to be that person. Like if this continues, like that's the end. And I
Yeah.
think in my opinion, that's where everyone's like getting to, because I want to know if this whole stage is set up for like one, obviously it's like just for her, like this whole community, this whole theme park. But I want to know if it was built and made for her because of her crimes. But
I think so.
okay, let me rephrase that. I want to know if this was built from the ground up for her, like she was the first. And two, do they just like cycle through people?
Yeah.
Because I feel like there are worse. I mean, okay, it's a really fucked up crime to like kidnap a kid and do who knows what and then like burn her body in a sleeping bag in the middle of the woods. But there are worse crimes.
There are.
I
I like to think that this park, like they started the White Bear Park for her for this crime, But like they get pedophiles in there too.
No,
you know?
I
they like.
That's what I mean.
think it's
Yeah.
a good
Rapists.
starting.
Rapists.
Child molesters.
But I do think
You
this
know?
was the first part because they like expressed that the like
What an
the
exhausting
people
job.
were
Yeah.
upset about him getting off too easy and that
Right.
like they would not let the same thing happen to her. So
Right.
it sounds like the outrage of the community
Right.
Yeah.
kind of spearheaded this entire idea.
Because
Which is-
people are showing up to this park like, ha ha ha, let me,
There
you
were
know,
kids there.
kids,
like, it's
their parents are like, oh my
crazy.
God, Timmy, it's going to be so much fun.
Yeah, don't get too close, but enjoy yourself.
Right,
you
the
know,
third
we have
rule is enjoy
tasers.
your fucking self.
Yeah, dude.
But
What
it
the
was
fuck?
so perfectly put together.
No,
where
yeah,
I
that's great.
really do think, you
So
know.
that's a good segue to my next question.
Okay.
Okay, the next
Jesus.
question I had is: would you be able to
Sweating.
participate?
Like be one of the phone people?
Yep.
The onlookers?
Yeah.
I love that they're called onlookers.
That is, yeah, a really good word.
Me? No.
I couldn't.
I couldn't either. I'm completely
Absolutely
on the same
not.
page.
Because here's the thing: is like
That's where some,
I don't. So this is kind of where I split on this episode, is because I know like that I get very like reactive, right? Like when I hear about like rape, for example, which I know we've already talked about, but that is so heinous to me. Like I can't wrap
It
my
emotionally
head
charges you,
around
too.
how a human
Oh,
could do this to
same.
another,
Yeah.
and I get so fucking mad, right? That I'm like, dude, I would torture that motherfucker, but I'd make sure he lived.
Yeah.
You know, like I want him to live. Like
Yeah.
that's where I go.
Killing's too easy.
Yeah, but I know that like at the end of the day, like as a human, it's really hard. Like if you're a good person, it's really hard to inflict harm on another person.
And
Well, let me
knowingly.
ask you this.
'Kay.
Would you work at the park?
Hell no.
Why?
That was actually another one of my questions.
Well, because you're kind of leading into it.
I know, and here's kind of my thing, right? Is that I don't know, like I could. Okay, let me answer your question with a scenario.
Okay.
Okay. Say like, and this is a little dark, but just hang on.
We love
okay?
Dak, so it's all right.
Let me get comfy.
Okay, get comfy, Mike. Let me kind of preface this with a scenario.
All right.
Okay. I'm gonna get comfy too, dude. We got these couches.
I
Oh
know.
my
I'm
God.
like,
I'm melting. I'm so comfortable right
I'm
now.
melting because I'm hot.
Which can
Yes.
make me more heated.
So here's the scenario, guys.
All right.
Say someone I knew and loved had something horrible happen to them, right? Like rape, or like someone like
Torture.
killed someone that, close to them, or like
Abducted or something.
some heinous shit happened to someone that I loved, right?
Okay.
And then all of a sudden, the person who committed that crime is in a room, right? And the guys in the black suits open the door and they're like, "All right, Jeremy, you can do whatever you feel is right," you know. In that instance, could I actually inflict harm on this person? I 100% could beat the fucking hell out of them.
You think so?
100%. I know, because I've been in fights over less. You know what I mean?
Fair enough.
I hit someone.
I could absolutely.
I couldn't.
I think I could. I think where it would stop for me is like waterboarding. You know, like I could waterboard them.
Jesus.
You know, I could beat them to a pulp and all this shit. But if it came down to, like, could you actually like harm them to a point of no return? I don't think I physically could
Like
do
kill
it.
them?
Yeah, I
Or,
don't.
like,
I
brain
know.
dead them?
I know. I
You
couldn't
could
kill
hit them, but you couldn't.
I don't think I
End their
could
life.
like in a rape situation. I couldn't like cut off a dick, dude.
Sure.
I'm also like real squeamish with blood. But would I be in support of someone else doing it? Yeah, fuck yeah. But I couldn't be the one to do it. Therefore, I couldn't be the one at this park.
Yeah.
You know, because it's like I couldn't film that, like knowing like you did something fucking bad and I know you need to be punished, but I'm not gonna watch for my own enjoyment.
Yeah, that's where I think it gets fucked up, but I think also is what makes the punishment
Good.
good.
Yeah,
You know,
absolutely.
in the sense of me approving of it.
Yeah, because you
is
don't
the
want
spectators, the onlookers.
You don't want a punishment that's like easy to swallow.
Yeah, and I
Or
think
do you?
Oh, Michael.
hey,
The most
we
awkward.
just took that way too long.
Gross.
But I'm kind of the opposite,
Okay,
where like
break it
I
down, Cass.
couldn't go in a room and like knowingly make that decision. I would but let's say someone did
You couldn't
something.
waterboard someone, for example?
No.
I would.
Not in like a very structured scenario, right?
Let me ask you a question, just
What?
brief aside.
Okay.
Have you ever seen Zero Dark 30?
Ugh.
No.
Oh, man. Amazing movie. And honestly, Cass, I think if you watch that, you'd be like, you know what? If someone like fucked with one of my best friends, I could waterboard him. Like, it gives you waterboarding confidence.
But here's the thing is
I like that
I'm
about
not
it.
You
opposed
waterboard
to
with
hurting
confidence.
someone, but I couldn't do it in like a controlled setting. I would have to be like charged.
Like
where,
in the moment.
If I was upset, like if someone did something and like, you know,
Well,
like
that's what
I
his
was
question
in.
is.
Well, no, he put it like if people like let him walk into a room
wouldn't
and
be
do whatever
emotionally
he
charged
wanted.
if
Yeah,
this
but
just
no,
happened?
like, say it just happened,
But
and
if-
I'm like,
And they
where's
caught the
that
guy.
motherfucker?
Yeah, if I found the guy, I would fuck that person
But
up.
say like an hour after it happened, you got a phone call and they're like, Cass, dude, come
Come
to
down
the
to the
I
warehouse.
station.
couldn't like consciously like make that decision based off of like I want to hurt someone. It
Yeah.
would have to be like fuck you.
Yeah.
You know, like
I'd want to hurt him.
I'd
Yeah.
want to hurt him. And you know
or
what? Like,
letting it. But it would. I just like.
I'm kind of in the middle of both of you guys
Yeah.
because I wouldn't want to
a
be by
little
myself.
Michael sandwich.
Fuck.
fuck all sandwich.
What?
You
You're
are
in the
kind of in a
middle.
sandwich. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, damn.
But I could beat the shit out of someone and torture them and like give them what they deserve, but I couldn't be alone.
Yes.
I would
Okay.
want.
I
would
agree
want
with
like
that.
2 or 3 other people in there with
like
me,
kind of egging you
like,
on a
kinda-
little bit.
oh,
yeah, like, hyping you up. Like,
Sure.
fuck this dude. I don't even want to say it.
Like,
Yeah,
let's
yeah.
go
he,
after him.
he raped blah blah blah, and left her to die on the side of the road. And it's
Ooh,
like,
yeah, I'm
you
beating
know,
him.
I mean,
I watch a lot of SVU.
that's
I
like
have a.
some real hard fucking hype man shit.
Yeah, dude.
But
I'd be your hype man on that, dude.
I'm literally right in between. Like I could do it.
Yeah.
And I know that I would, but I would need, well, not only just like the people like to remind me and like make sure I got all my aggression out, but also it would make me feel better knowing that people aren't just watching me do it. They're like there to do it with me.
That and
You
like,
know?
yeah, absolutely. I agree that having a
I
buddy on this
agree
is
with
important.
Michael.
I also think like it would probably help me a lot if like, okay, the guys are like, Jeremy, dude, we got him. Come on in, dude. We've got the bucket of water. We got the towels. You know, you got your fucking mitts.
Oh, you know
Yeah,
what
if there
I
were
want to
people
do?
that I knew
What
that
would-
had that,
What would you do, Mike?
I would get a bottle of Coke,
Yeah.
shake it up.
put it in their butthole.
Jesus, Cass. God.
I literally
There's
thought
2
that's
things
where
I
you were
would
going with
I would
that.
love to
That
make
would
them
suck
do.
too,
That
Cass.
really would.
You shake a bottle of Coke, you put your finger over like most of it, and then you stick it up to their nose, and then like let it go, and it just shoots fizzing Coca-Cola up their nose.
That sucks.
Or make them do the banana Sprite challenge,
What's that?
where you eat 2 bananas really fast, and then you chug a Sprite, and it makes it feel like your stomach's going to explode.
That sounds awful.
We're
But
talking
that's-
about torture
I like
here.
this
Yeah, that's
because you
true.
know what? It's like
Your torture, Michael, is so
The
much.
collarbone torture.
Your torture is so Michael compared to my torture that
Oh
is
no,
so
I
Jeremy.
would still
Yeah.
kick and beat the shit
Yeah.
out of someone, but I would like to have some fun too.
Sure.
yeah, and I
you
think
know?
it would be better like if there were like random
God, I
people
hope my
calling
mom
me up
isn't
and me.
listening to
But if I
this.
had
Yeah.
friends that were like, "Hey, like let's freaking make this shit right,"
Yeah.
I'd be on board.
You know what else
I'd
would
also
help?
have like the guy
Sanctioned.
friends.
This
Like
is
I'd
all
be there
like
with you guys.
okay with this is 100% like police, government, everyone is like, yep, here you go.
Yeah.
I would never be a vigilante and do this on my own.
No, same
I will
here.
say that on the
Because
record.
that's not worth the rest of my life.
right,
For
exactly.
sure.
And the
exactly.
victim wouldn't want that.
Yeah.
Exactly.
But I will say, like, if I was going into that situation, I think it's important that you have a hype man, right?
sure. You
That
need
That's
B,
why I keep you two around.
yeah, and B,
That's the only reason.
Yeah.
we'd be good hype men, Cass. So okay, A, good hype men. B,
For sure.
you're gonna need a good therapist afterwards because you're gonna feel bad.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna
Yeah,
feel
there's
remorse.
gonna be regrets.
Right? But 3, I would need like, I don't know, guys. If I'm walking into that room, like a couple shots of bourbon would probably help. You know what I mean? Get a little whiskey.
I would
in
have
ya.
to take some painkillers because my hands would be hurting.
Oh yeah.
Oh, see, I feel the hurt.
I would use
love
that
the
for
hurt.
after.
The after party.
Yeah.
The after party
like,
at the wake.
Boy, we took torture to a weird place.
Alcohol before, painkillers after.
But
For
like,
sure.
Let's
think about
accompany
like,
everybody.
like think about it
Nothing
like
for
this.
during.
Oh my god.
Think
Touche.
about it like this, though, guys.
Yeah.
Like we work in, the addiction treatment
Yeah.
industry. Okay, so compassion,
We're good
fatigue,
people, I swear.
counselor burnout. These are real things.
Oh, yeah.
Imagine, right? The trauma that you would experience being an employee of this place.
Oh
Because
my
like,
God.
I don't care who you are, like how
seem
into it
stoked
you
on
are for like 5 months.
Yeah.
But like at a point, like the guy's sitting outside her room, and she's just screaming all night until she goes to
That's
sleep.
a hard job.
That's a fucked up job, guys.
I would like an episode from that perspective.
Me too, dude.
Like Mr. Smiley, just like,
I would love a
Can't
Black
do this
Mirror
anymore.
episode of the other side.
yeah. I feel
Yeah,
like
and I
we
like
said
that they
that
kind
about
of
a few
did that
episodes.
at the end, but I wanted more too.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That was
because it's
probably-
like they almost seemed like it was like their morning roll call at
Yeah.
fucking like
Yeah.
Disneyland. Like, I really wish you were
both just
recording
saw
that.
that.
I
He was just
really wish we
spitting
were
his
recording
zin
that.
off
Oh,
on
man.
it.
Jeremy just let his Zen roll out of his mouth and onto his shirt, just like. bleh.
Oh,
That's
man.
where we're at, guys.
Yeah.
But I mean, I think burnout would be a real thing. But these people, they were just like, rule number one, you know,
Yeah.
keep your hands and arms inside of the
But
vehicle
to
at
them,
all
it's
times.
kind of
you
still
know?
just a job where it's
That's
like
crazy
we get
to
into
me.
our like routine spiels of different parts of our job.
Yep.
You
They were
know exactly
smiling.
what tone you need to make.
Yeah.
They took an encore. They bowed. Like,
Yeah.
Well, and I think
this was a whole shebang.
I think
man.
that guy is like a totally failed like Broadway actor.
Oh, for sure.
Like he always wanted to be a director on Broadway and
Disney
never
turned
Like
me
this
down.
is a stage.
Yeah, dude, and like he had one play, right? Like he had one play and it was like his baby and it totally flopped.
Les Miserables.
Right? And then he's like fucking washed
He was
up.
in Cats.
And he's like super upset, like drinking all day, and then he gets the call. They're like, "Hey, dude, guess what? We need you down
Maybe
here."
he loses it on
That was
stage.
an
That was
Australian accent.
very Australian. I got Australian.
He just started doing an Australian
Yeah.
accent.
We need you down there.
I
That's
didn't even
Australian.
catch
Oh
it.
yeah.
Where's my British? Oh, hello then. Come on
Would you
down
like some
and
tea?
direct to play. And oh god, guys, I'm resting
We'll
on my
work on
accents.
it.
My God.
Oh man. But that's what I love about Black Mirror is we are all very compassionate people and like what we do. We've seen a lot of people, you know, maybe not make the best life choices, including our own selves, and
Sure.
like come
Oh, yeah.
out and
Yeah.
have better life changes. But Black Mirror is so fucking good that like throw that out the window and let me talk to you about torturing some motherfuckers.
Dude, do you know what I think? I just had you made me think of something, Cass.
Okay.
I think if we're God, I can't wait for White Christmas, dude.
Oh my god,
Coming
me
up.
too.
That
We
episode,
only have 3 more.
you guys, that is going to be like
more.
one of our
It is
most
gonna
downloaded,
be-
I bet.
Oh my god, it's gonna be so good.
We're
But
getting
check
happy.
this out. The getting blocked, that is the best punishment. I want that.
That is.
Because like I love that the rapists get fucking blocked, dude. Sexual predators block, fucking pedophiles block, motherfuckers. So you live life knowing you're surrounded by people, but you literally cannot have contact with them. That is torture of the mind, body, and spirit, dude.
Right.
And
mean,
that's what I'm
everybody's
talking about.
biggest fear is being alone, and we'll
Yes.
get
But-
much more.
We're not even on a White Christmas, but hear me out.
Okay.
Okay.
Just because you're blocked doesn't mean you can't rape someone.
Yes
I
and
feel
no.
like it's pretty
you
hard,
lose a lot
though.
of your control over
so
a situation.
so someone who's blocked can't stand in a dark alley and snatch a girl off the sidewalk and rape her in the alley.
I think they could, but it's like doing it blindfolded. I feel like you stand
Yeah,
less of
but
a
you
chance.
can feel
have-
you. I think you.
if
could
the, if the person if your
they
victim
wanted it-
if your victim was blind, I'd buy it.
they're the.
and also,
What happened, Michael?
I got to sneeze.
You're like, and the other thing.
get this on video camera.
No, don't. Yeah, it's gone. You guys ruined it. It's gone.
I wonder
We're
if it's.
such assholes.
Sorry, Michael.
I really
get
wanted
really
that
mad
too.
when people ruin my sneezes too.
Sorry, we ruined your sneeze.
It's an
Michael.
amazing feeling.
No, but I think the big question in this is, you know, does the punishment fit the crime, and could you be a participant?
Yeah. Does the punishment fit the crime, and like, are you a participant?
I don't have all the variables.
Yeah, it's really hard based on just what we got to know.
All we know is she's been doing this for 18 days.
What I will say, to be
That's it.
like totally diplomatic, is that I wish that we would get a little more cutthroat with our punishments. You know, like as a society, I like that society took this situation and pressured for more punishment. you know, and then they got it. I wish, like, I really hate that we are so fucking soft in this country about punishment. You know, it's like I read some article about, oh gosh, like somewhere, I don't remember where, but like this is really fucked up, you guys, but like a couple of dudes like basically raped an adolescent.
Oh,
right?
God.
Like, and they got fucking like
Nothing.
all of them got like, fuck, I can't remember if it was like hung or like if they got castrated or like drawn in court. Like it was some hardcore
It's not
shit.
in the U.S. though, right?
Not in the U.S.
Okay,
right?
I was like, what?
And I was like, dude, I love that was their punishment, because that is like, what? How can,
Yeah,
Well,
no,
I think we
I
have
see.
to-
I know what you're saying.
like, how can we have a judicial system wherein you can rape someone and like not worry
get less
about
time
it?
than
Well,
a drug dealer.
jails
Yeah,
and prisons.
dude. Exactly. You get less time than someone dealing marijuana.
Yeah.
Fuck you.
There's a
dude.
lot of cases like that where it's like,
Well, jail's a
people,
joke,
People
you
get
know.
mad
Yeah.
at like the judicial system because for that exact reason, where there's a child molester, or rapist, or murderer, or whatever, and they're getting, you know, basically a slap on the wrist compared to a repeat weed dealer who then gets like 30 years in prison. It's like,
Dude. And
What
we're
the
drug
fuck?
counselors, right? But like, dude, at the end of the day, man, okay, you're selling some grass, right? Fucking most of your clientele are probably like fucking 60-year-old hippies
Right.
that are gonna go smoke some herb and play with their cats, right?
Yeah.
You fucking you rape somebody, dude.
Right.
You're
You fuck
fucking
up someone's
Dunsky,
life.
dude. I'm waterboarding you. Watch out, I'm waterboarding.
I'm
all right?
Coca-Cola.
But here's
Yeah, Michael, get the
Oh
Coke.
my God.
All right, Cass, get the bananas. I'll fucking grab the Sprite,
It's a thing.
and we'll fucking
They could do the cinnamon challenge.
Flicks and
bitch.
Oh
Six
my-
vigilantes. Dude, picture this, Mike. You load their
Saltine.
You fucking make them eat the bananas.
We should do a thumbnail with like us like being tortured.
oh my god.
Oh shit, that's dark.
That'd be
Yeah.
kind of cool.
Or us
man.
like waterboarding Cass.
Oh,
Well,
Rude.
I live here. You guys can waterboard me because I'm going to take a shower after this.
All right,
that's
deal.
So nice, taking one for the team.
Way
I'll
to
be
go,
your
Mike.
hype man.
We can do it in the kitchen. It's easy
Picture
to
this
clean
though,
up.
Flicks and Six vigilantes, right? We show up, we fucking make them eat 2 bananas, pound their mouth full of Sprite, then load their mouth full of cinnamon. Cass grabs the Coke, pops that thing up their butthole,
Yeah.
and then I waterboard them afterwards. They
It's
ain't
the
doing
perfect
shit.
quadfecta.
Quadfecta. Yeah, it is.
Perfect.
Oh,
That's
man.
so
I
good.
just
I
love-
mean, I'd be vigilantes with you guys.
Oh
Hell
my
yeah,
God,
dude.
yeah.
We're coming for you.
Yeah.
We just have our cracked mirror shirts on.
Oh
Yeah,
my
dude,
God.
we go.
With like one strip.
Has our names
Yeah.
on it.
Yeah, dude, it's the Flicks
It's
and
like you
Six
don't know our
shirts
first name, but
with the
last
QR
names.
codes to subscribe to the YouTube. And we're like, all right, you guys, we got to see Lion King today. Then we got to Flicks and Six it, and then we're fucking torturing people.
And
Yeah,
then-
yeah,
yeah.
we got to do it early because torturing
And then we're
has
going
to
to
happen
stay
at
in
night.
Santa Cruz
but
and find someone to torture.
Plus,
Oh my
we
God.
got to bring bottled water for us because I feel like, well, it's really important that we stay hydrated.
yeah,
for
we
sure.
gotta take care
And
of ourselves.
Extra bananas for potassium for
Yeah.
us.
Yeah, for us.
We don't want
Yeah.
to cramp,
Yeah.
especially
RX
when we're
bars,
you know
some peanut
performing.
butter.
And we could probably get government funding. And then if we get linked, like flicksand6.com gets a link on a .gov site, yo, we're getting traffic, guys.
Yeah, we're getting everybody.
So
Why
this
would
is-
we be on a .gov?
Because we're fucking fulfilling this for the government, dude.
We're on America's Most Wanted.
No, we're on
No.
America's fucking
Best
Got
one.
most
talent.
excellent.
Most excellent.
America's Got Talent. We're vigilantes, but also we have a podcast. Check us out.
Simon's
Link
like,
in description.
No, we just
So
got
what do you
British
do?
Got Talent and be like,
Simon Cowell.
yeah,
We'll
Simon
go,
Cowell, like,
we'll
what-
go on Top Shot.
Yeah, dude.
Raph ends up being like the rapist, and
Yeah.
we're like, we're coming for you.
Oh. We'll save Charity or Chastity or whatever the fuck her name was.
Yeah, see our episode on 15 million merits
Yeah.
for that
Good
poll,
episode.
guys.
So, what is the question though?
I think it's both of them. To
I
be
think, yeah.
honest.
Those are the questions?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
What about
All right.
Unsung Hero?
Oh
Oh, man, I haven't
we
really-
never did Unsung Hero for this episode.
Oh, good. It's fresh.
This is a fresh one.
I think I know. Cass, I know you got one.
I might, you guys might discredit it, but I have an idea.
Okay.
Is the mother of the daughter, she plays a role as one of the actors. The
What?
redhead.
What?
She does?
Yeah. Did you
my
guys
God.
not notice that?
Oh, wait.
She's a redhead,
I thought it
and
was
then show
two
the
different
clip it,
people.
and then there's a girl that's the redhead, and she's the one running around with that goddamn meat cutter.
Oh, is
The
that her?
fucking turkey cutter.
Yeah,
That's her mom?
That's
I never
why,
even talked about my gripes.
Well, air them out, Mike.
No,
What do
we'll
Those
get we
funny
can talk
things?
to him about afterwards. But are you sure?
I think
I could be wrong, but I don't see why they'd put two redheads in that scene.
I don't think it could be her, because if it was,
That'd be fucked up.
I wouldn't be able to do that. I'd have to cut her with the meat cutter.
Yeah.
But maybe she thinks this is torture enough and better than cutting her with the meat cutter.
That's true, because she doesn't get in trouble.
But I just
Knife woman.
I don't get why they would put two redheads, and I feel like Black Mirror is smart enough where
Yeah.
like they try to make points like that.
Right.
Because I noticed that where they show that little clip it, and then like maybe 30 seconds later is when they all take off their mask and bow, and I was like, oh, she's a redhead too.
Right.
That is my theory, and I think if that is in fact their
If
intention,
it's true, that's fucking
that's
legit.
an unsung hero where she's getting to, because I feel like that would also be very therapeutic.
Yeah, it
Yes,
would.
it might fuck
Jesus
you up.
Christ,
She's
therapy.
clocking
But
in every
technically,
day.
you were not physically harming that person.
Right.
You were scaring the living daylights out of her and knowing that there's being justice done.
Absolutely. Michael, what do you got, dude?
You go. Because I don't know. Is this a break?
All right. Let's see. What do I got? Oh, I got a weird one, guys.
All right.
I got whoever's making the blood sponges that they're throwing at the Pope Mobile.
Those were lame.
I
I love them.
I like that, actually. That's pretty
Really?
funny.
Yeah, I was like,
did-
that's so clever.
I thought they were. Never mind. I don't know why I just said that. Was
He literally
lame.
had a sign that said blood sponges for sale. $2.
Oh, I thought
Yeah,
they
that
were
was funny.
tomatoes, because the reason why I just said that was lame is because I remember there being things thrown at the thing, at the clear box, and I kept waiting for it, and then finally it hit, and I was like, that was a lame tomato.
Sorry, Cass, I had to sneeze.
No worries.
No, lame
Gesundheit.
tomatoes,
Lucky
but
bastard.
awesome sponges.
No, now that makes sense. The legit blood sponges.
Yeah, $2. Not bad.
Rightfully so.
Michael?
I'm going to say the guy that has to sit outside our door.
Oh, see, now that guy, he really is the hero, dude. Because
Jesus
God
Christ.
damn it, dude. What a shit job. You're literally listening to someone scream.
Yeah, murderous screams.
Like, I've done overnight shifts before. That's hard enough, dude. If someone was screaming the whole time,
Right.
fuck.
Can
That
you
was just off the
also
top of my head.
say the like setup crew
Oh, yeah, they were
for all
killing
of
it.
this? Let me
They killed
clean
it.
off this glass. Everything's perfectly placed where she has the same pattern
Yep.
in that house.
She did. Yeah,
Before
those
she
guys are
leaves.
heroes.
The shoes are perfectly facing the door.
Yep.
Where like
Just
you
the
are
whole
not going to
crew.
not put
The whole
on
crew.
That's
the whole
crazy.
crew. I'll have
the
to agree with that.
reconstruction crew.
Yep. All right, well, let's see. Do we have any final thoughts? Michael, you got
Okay.
some?
I
want
want to hear his final thoughts on the.
I had a couple. What a stupid fucking weapon to have if you're trying to kill someone. Something that cars a turkey. That was dumb as fuck.
Yeah.
I didn't like that.
Not scary at all.
And it's not
really?
scary. And the fact that when the guy pulls up and like takes the two girls with him, Smiley, she like comes up and like kind of bumps into the car and like scrapes the thing against it, not even trying to like open the door. It was
like
just
a
really
nice
stupid.
tap. It's not
It was
like it cuts in.
Yeah.
and just kind of like scratches the glass a little bit. She's like, if you're gonna go all out and like try and think this girl is like almost getting murdered, like at least try and like open the door or something, you know. She's like bzzz on the glass.
Or like slice into the like van, but you can't
Something,
do that with
you
a
know.
I
friend.
totally agree, but I do have a little bit of a rebuttal.
Okay,
When
you
I'm in
can
a
re-
haunted house, I know they're not going to kill me, but like my nerves get jazzed, and I'll be
No,
scared.
I get that, but like if you're trying to sell something, like
Yeah, really
you can-
sell it.
You can like open the door and then like throw it back,
especially
like because
knowing
it's
that
going
they're not
away
going to
kind
kill
of thing.
them
Yeah.
or kill her. But I will say it is
I have one more.
a
But go ahead.
funny thing because you don't see you never think of that as being like a murder weapon or like a scary thing.
It's literally
not an
a
axe.
turkey carver.
It's like something that people have in their kitchen, you know. It's just like,
Yeah.
you know.
It could be a little more menacing.
That's
Yeah.
it could have just been a normal knife.
Yeah, a knife would have been better.
But they chose a turkey carver.
Yeah, that was
like
dumb.
everyone
Or
knows
the
what I'm
guy
talking about.
Yeah.
Like,
throwing
you
his
plug
bag.
it in, which is weird because I've never seen a rechargeable turkey carver.
This is the future, Mike.
Nothing other than we didn't even talk about the tech, but nothing other than the tech is futuristic at all.
No, it's just
Yeah.
the
Nothing.
idea of
Right.
more of like a
It's like
judicial system.
exactly that is the future thing,
Yeah.
which
Yeah.
I like.
Yeah.
My other gripe
Hit me.
was
Your grumble.
my grumble. So Jem, the girl that it's helping, Victoria helping, quote unquote. Fuck, I did it.
Quote unquote.
I hate to do that. But it's she literally has a pair of bolt cutters that she literally used to cut open the chains and lock to get in the gate. And then when they get to the door, there's literally a padlock, and she uses the bolt cutters to hit the padlock
Yep.
to open
Yep.
the door.
Not her best.
No.
Cut the fucking padlock.
Yeah.
I laughed. I'm like, internally, I was laughing my ass off.
Yeah.
I was like, girl.
You can't break a chain and then hit a lock. Like,
Right.
come on, girl.
I
And then,
will
like, the
say,
fire
have you guys
extinguisher with the
cut
pin
a
pad?
padlock
Yeah.
though?
No, but that's what they're there.
I
That's what it
have.
does.
With-
You have to go up from two different angles.
Yeah. But still, though, you literally just did the same thing at the front gate, and you can't do it to the door kind
Yeah,
of thing.
I don't know.
I know that's the thing that gets me, but like
It's
for the
just
first time
so
experience when I
stupid.
worked at a gym, when I had to cut some lady's padlock off, that took some
Off,
fucking
like, a
Did you have
effort.
big bolt cutters?
I had big bolt cutters.
Oh, yeah.
And I didn't know really how to use them, but this lady's like, my phone and my keys are in there. Like, and I literally found them and I was like, this is my first time doing this.
Oh, my God.
And you have to like cut it at an angle and you have to switch and then cut it at the other angle. And then like finally I got it. I was one of my proudest moments I've ever had.
What I would give for that video, dude.
And she was like, you want to keep the padlock? I was like, sure.
Yeah, a memento.
It's like a trophy.
yeah. All right, you guys. Well, I think that I don't really have any final thoughts that you guys haven't nailed.
No, I think we
Good
kind of hit
episode.
everything.
It's
Yeah.
not the same girl. It's not.
Did you scroll forward
Yeah.
to the redhead?
Yeah. It's not the same girl. I promise.
Well, that would have been cool, Cass. We'll still
would've
give
been
it
cool.
to you.
Could have just left it until it cut off.
No. I needed to know for myself because that would have been fucking cool if it was.
Yeah.
But that would have been
I'm
really
still-
emotionally drained. Like, I know there's no way that a mom could do that.
No, I agree. I think
you're just being there's no way to grieve. There's no way to get over it.
No, 'cause
it's
you're just reliving
perpetual
it every
loss,
day, you know?
That's rough.
still great episode.
Yeah.
What do we have next, Cass?
Oh.
Waldo moment?
Waldo.
moment and then
White Christmas.
White Christmas.
Oh
So
my
we
God,
got to
you
get through
guys.
Waldo moment, but
I like the Waldo moment.
Yeah, we'll see how I feel the third
this
time.
is going to be my
It's like an
underdog
uplifting
because
one.
I
Yeah,
kinda.
rate this probably at one of my lowest episodes.
Me
It's
too.
not great. It's not the best.
Yeah, but we'll see.
I thought. I mean,
I've been
Is it worse than Metalhead?
pleasantly surprised. I don't know. Metalhead I've seen only once. Waldo moment I've seen only once.
Yeah, I've
so-
seen Waldo moment twice. But
seen it a few
Cass, I
times.
actually thought of something.
Okay.
For any of the audience that has stuck around this far, Michael and I had an idea
We
the other day.
I love ideas.
It's something that we really want to do for our listeners. It's going to take a lot of work. It's
Okay.
going to be, kind of a whole ordeal. But I think it's going to be fucking amazing and totally worth it. We are going to do a trilogy of movies, and we're going to do commentary tracks for these 3 movies, where basically, you know what a commentary track is? So basically, we play
talk
the
over
movie,
it.
right, and we riff on it as
Oh
we
my
watch
God.
it, right?
That's
We're gonna-
awesome.
We're going to do it for a trilogy, okay? It's going to be me, you,
Oh,
Max, and Michael.
I forgot. This
Okay.
is gonna be so much fun.
And it's going to be the 50 Shades trilogy.
Oh my
because we
god!
never
Yeah, dude.
finished it.
Yes. No, we got 2 of. Oh my god.
We
that
never finished
makes
the
me
second
so
one. We still have to watch the
happy.
third one.
Yeah, dude. So it'll
I
be the
I
totally
have
50.
forgot
not
about
seen
that.
the third one either, Michael.
No.
So me,
Yeah.
the first time I watched it was with you guys.
Same.
Yep, it'll be the 50
So-
Shades-a-thon. And
50 Shades of Thon.
I can't, like, you guys at home, like,
We should just do it
watching.
on the computer, right?
We're going to do it in the living room.
Oh,
Yeah, it's gonna be easy.
interesting.
Well, I
But
can bring over my little TV and we can post it up there.
yeah, we'll see how we do it. But for the audience at home,
So
we
fucking
watched
good.
50 Shades of Grey with Michael Harness, who, if you haven't gathered yet,
He's extremely gay.
Is
I say it at least like every other episode.
Yeah.
I'm pretty gay, guys.
He's pretty gay, and watching 50 Shades with him was easily one of the funniest experiences of my life. We are going to put a video clip
Oh
on
my
our
God.
social media to give you guys a reference point.
They
Give
should
you
make
guys
a gay
little
version.
teaser to.
They should.
That would be funny, and then we could do it with you guys.
Oh, yeah.
as
Oh
me
my
as like
God.
the main.
Oh, that'd be so fun.
Me and
but-
Jerry would be like, "Oh, Michael!"
It's called Rent. Just kidding.
Ren.
Rent.
Rent.
You know, Rent.
Oh,
the movie.
fuck off.
I'm just kidding.
God. It's called Brokeback Mountain.
So
That's a great movie, though.
It's a great movie.
fuck.
yeah, so good.
You'll see it, Cass.
Okay.
You've never seen Brokeback Mountain?
Actually, no. And
Michael,
I know
you've
he's
never
so
seen
good.
Inception. Don't even get on a soapbox
Yeah.
right now.
Okay. All right.
All
I'll
right,
let it
so
be.
Okay.
leaving this episode, we're hitting you guys with a 50 Shades a thon. We'll keep you posted on that. We'll put it on our social and everything, so you guys can look out for that.
Oh, I just got your pun.
Yep.
The 50 Shades a thon,
Yeah.
like a thong.
Well, I didn't mean
That's
for it to be. Oh, we're getting slap happy, guys. It's late.
Okay.
But we got 50 Shades coming to you. We've got White Christmas coming. It's going to be a fucking party. I can't wait.
We're going to need a lot of coffee for that one.
Yeah.
But our audience, it's getting bigger and bigger. We love that you guys are listening. We're going to actually, me and Jordan, who you guys don't know, but these guys know, is helping me put together a, what do you call it? Like a, not like a raffle, but like a giveaway for our
Okay.
audience.
Like sweepstakes.
Yeah, like the sweeps, right? So we got a lot of exciting shit coming through, which we've mentioned previously, but we're getting it all together. So I'll put it on our social for you. As always, leave a rating, leave a review if you're listening and you enjoy it. Hit us at flixand6@gmail.com if there's anything you want to hear us talk about. That's FLIX, the letter N, the number 6@gmail.com. Find us on our YouTube so you can check out the new studio. It's fucking pimping.
Oh, yeah.
All right, and we'll see you guys next week with
Yeah.
Waldo Moment and whatever featured flick we decide on.
Oh, yeah. I'm so stoked.
Until then, I'm Jeremy Miller.
Cassidy Doherty.
And Michael Harness.
Have a good week, guys.